I was reading something from Jack Kennedy's book, Profiles in Courage. I was reading the introductory chapter that JFK wrote. He gave 3 quotes, and he goes, okay, see if you can guess which century each one of the quotes came from. And you start thinking like, well, the senators back in the day, they were high and mighty and distinguished gentlemen of high accomplishment and learning and what have you here. Because the further down the page you get, the more caustic, shall we say, became the rhetoric. Well, Kennedy springs a rickroll on you to tell you, like, well, the one at the top of the page is from this century, the one in the middle of the page is from the 19th century, and the one at the end of the page is from the 18th century. I think that some of this stuff is just baked into this thing that we have called the federal government. I think that the founders did everything that they could do to try and set us on a course for prosperity and long-term peace. And I don't think there's any way you can possibly look 250 years into the future and go like, well, we're going to give them the method to do it. So they did a pretty decent job. Not a perfect job, but a decent job. The evidence of their flaws and their failing is all around. The existence of Doge, you can lay that. Can't say that that's the founders' fault, but you kind of can. You can also say that, okay, well, where were our foreparents? Where was Grandpa at when this was going on? Where was Dad at when this was happening? So what is being done right now, and look, they're trying to sugarcoat this as much as they can, with Marco Rubio going, well, I think that there are some things that USAID can actually do. They should do. I don't think it should do anything, Secretary Rubio. I think you should disband, and I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to disband it, and they're going to absorb it into the State Department. Why absorb it at all? The United States State Department exists to represent Mike Church, the Mike Church Show, and Mike Church Show listeners everywhere else in the world. That's what it exists to do. It exists to make sure that my passport works at Heathrow. It exists to make sure that the relationship between the United States and whatever foreign government, that relationship is to my benefit, the citizens' benefit. It does not matter what the other country wants. And they want you. They want your money. They want my money. They want your prestige. They want my prestige. They want to be or to continue being parasites. And we have a president that should be encouraged. Mr. President, you're not going far enough. Cut all the parasites in the world off. All of them. They're all cut off. USAID every single last stinking one of those tapeworms and let them fend for themselves. And if it comes down to it, well, they may come over here and try to let them. We got 750 million firearms in our possession. By the way, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida just dropped a nice early Christmas present into the lap of all you Floridians. From Memorial Day to July 4th, you can buy all the guns and ammo you want in Florida. 100% sales tax-free. That just happened. So I quite frankly am tired of being lectured by members of Congress of the wonders of them giving my fortune and my children's fortune away to people in other countries around the world that I can't even find on a map. And I think most of you are with me, and you don't care either, and you want it to come to an end. They don't do it for us. No one in Guam is sending checks to people here in Madisonville. So let's bring it all to an end and be done with it. Thank you.